look at some special lines. Vertical lines have an equation of the form x equals c, where c is some constant. And vertical lines cross the x-axis. Horizontal lines have an equation of the form y equals c, or y equals some constant. And horizontal lines cross the y-axis. So for example, x equals 5. Let's graph this. So I put a point at 5 on the x-axis, and we draw a vertical line through it. It has undefined slope. Y equals 2. So this crosses the y-axis at 2, and we draw a horizontal line through that. These horizontal lines have 0 slope. Parallel and perpendicular lines. Parallel lines have the same slope. For example, y equals 3x plus 2. Here, our slope is 3. So I could write a parallel line to the original line, y equals 3x minus 5, or just even y equals 3x, any other line where the slope is 3. Perpendicular lines have slopes that are negative reciprocals, or another way of saying this, the product of their slopes equals negative 1. So for example, y equals 2x minus 5. Here our slope is 2. So the slope of a line perpendicular to this line will be changing it to negative and flipping 2 over 1 to become 1/2. So our slope of a perpendicular line would be negative 1/2. So an example of a perpendicular line, y equals negative 1/2 x plus 7. If we look at the product of these two slopes, 2 times negative 1/2, when we multiply them, we get negative 1. For example, let's write the equation of a line parallel to 5x plus 3y equals 1 and passing through the point 3, 5. So we have 5x plus 3y equals 1. Let's first find the slope of this line by solving for y. So subtract 5x, 3y equals negative 5x plus 1. Let's divide everything by 3. Y equals negative 5/3 x plus 1/3. So the slope of this line is negative 5/3. Okay, we know that the line is going to pass through the point 3, 5. So let's use y equals mx plus b. We know that our slope is negative 5/3. X equals 3 when y equals 5. Let's substitute in. 5 equals negative 5/3 times 3 plus b, or 5 equals negative 5 plus b. Adding 5 to both sides, 10 equals b. So the equation of our line is y equals negative 5/3 x plus 10. Finally, let's find the equation of the line perpendicular to y equals negative 5/3 x plus 1/3 and passing through the point 5 comma negative 2. So we know that the slope of our original line is negative 5/3. So the slope of a perpendicular line, we will change the slope sign to positive and we will flip the fraction. So a perpendicular line will have slope 3/5. Now we know it passes through the point 5, negative 2. So we can substitute 5 in for x and negative 2 in for y. So let's use y equals mx plus b and substitute in. Negative 2 equals 3/5 times 5 plus b, or negative 2 equals 3 plus b. Subtract 3, we have negative 5 equals b. So the equation of the line perpendicular to our original line and passing through the point 5, negative 2 is y equals 3/5 x minus 5.